a lot of people are talking about, I just want to be happy. I just want to be happy and let all of this work itself out, as if it was just that easy. I just want to wait. I just want to wait it out and let the Almighty do everything for me. Now, there is some truth to that. Thy will, not mine, be done. There is also illusion when you begin to expect that someone or something, a political leader, a messiah, a belief system, to take away your responsibility for you so life is more convenient, so you can feel better. This is a wake-up call, my friends, and I don't know how many different ways I can say it. We are raping, literally, other countries around the world to get what we have here on our nation today. Is that what is making you happy? Is that what is distancing us from the brunt of the war? Now that veil, my friends, is thinning and thinning by the day. To really feel the pain that we have inflicted upon the third world. When you understand the tears from a mother as she realizes that her 7-year-old has been gang raped and hacked by U.S. soldiers. These things are facts, but we're shielded. We're shielded from the information, and when it is readily available to us, including the photographs of what happened, we stop short because we don't want to feel the pain, because we want to focus on how can we just feel good. Now, there is so much truth in that. There was so much truth in that, the illusion and how the Illuminati can't take advantage of a New Age belief system or metaphysical belief system is to convince you that you can't do anything about it, that this is automatically going to change by itself, and you're going to be okay as long as, in a ritualistic form, you say the right thing, you do the right thing, you say the right thing, and perform the right ritual. If we really have faith in ourselves and in this planet, we will see that we don't need a specific belief system, a religion, or even a specific country or leader to help the world move along. If you want to find someone that can help you get through this mess that we're in, the closest way, the closest road to that is your nearest mirror. You may look in that mirror, though, and see things that you don't want to see. You may feel things when you look in that mirror and point the finger back at yourself that you don't want to feel. I know I do. How about you? I have no problem airing my dirty laundry and how I am imperfect on this show, because a lot of this is about honesty. It's about honesty about where we are today and where we're headed. Now, your children today are being groomed, harvested to be monsters tomorrow, operating the machines of death that will dominate a third of our military, that is robotic warriors, as we'll get into later on in the broadcast. How can this be a raising of consciousness? This program can cater to a number of schools of thought when it comes into the conversation of what do we do now? On one level, you have fight the New World Order and fight its advancement, the physical manifestation of calling governors, calling your local representatives, doing what you can do for your community to stop the imperialistic death march that will result in the collapse of this nation. That is one approach. In this awakening process, because this is a universe of infinite possibility, therefore, why would there not be an infinite amount of solutions to this hellhole that's being created right now? I mean, stop, before I go into that, cameras in the schoolroom, in the bathroom, on the train, at your work, on your computer is not freedom. That is hell on earth. An Orwellian nightmare that should stay, of course, in a 50s sci-fi film or book. Another approach, other than fighting the New World Order head-on with your faith, is the acceptance of what is happening. And the preparation, therefore, and this is more along the lines where I lean, in the middle, somewhat balanced, in between the spiritual and physical solutions, into how do you deal with the crisis once it happens. Because mark my words, the number one word or theme that is going to get us out of the crisis is sharing. Companioned with love. But sharing and communication, these foreign concepts that a lot of us don't even know because of where our society is in its evolutionary path. And I use that word loosely, not literally. There's no Darwinistic propaganda on this program, but using that terminology loosely, our evolution to a more peaceful society, where we work beyond this same karmatic cycle that we have been going through apparently over and over and over and over and over again. Understanding that we have to be able to respond with an open hand of love, of companionship, of friendship to people that we may not know, because that's what we need when the crap hits the fan, for others to help us out. It's a cycle, and then it becomes circular, and then this world of cages, of boxes, of fragmented societies and lifestyles begins to dissolve, while at the same time simultaneously respecting diversity and freedom of speech in a way that we did not even think of when we tried to figure out what freedom of speech was a decade ago, or even 300 years ago. What does it really mean to live in a society where we are respecting each other's speech and what they have to say? Is it really just about the U.S. Constitution and legally allowing someone to say what they want to say? First of all, friends, the Constitution does not give you those rights. God, as noted in the Constitution, gives you those rights. The Constitution is merely clarifying that in a legal document, some refer to as a living document. By the way, a viewer sent me the Bill of Rights Handbook. It's my P.O. Box at P.O. Box 12743, Portland, Oregon, 97212. And if you'd like to write to me as well, you can do so at that address. So again, I'm digressing, moving back. That is a second way that you can approach, and that is preparing for the crisis. The third way, and there are more ways that you can respond to this information, the third way is considered by many to be the more spiritual approach, and that is the understanding of the ultimate reality, and that all of this is an illusion. All of it, including the outcome of the development of the New World Order. If you look at this entire universe, even astrology is a part of the matrix, because that's a part of the physical realm, the physical world. There is no separation between Earth and Mars and Pluto and the Sun. No separation. We're part of the same solar system, but perception tells us it's way up there. And I remember being a little boy, and we all have those feelings of wanting to go and travel up there. Take a rope like Jim Carrey did in Bruce Almighty and bring our girlfriend down the moon. Get up there and find out what's out there. Think about the possibilities. Infinite consciousness. I mean, come on. What are we made out of? Supposedly we've been around for millions of years. Is this all we got, brother? Take a look at what they're doing in Iraq with the latest tools that they are experimenting with to torture a human body. It is beyond what Nazi Germany was involved in. And when I read stories about very young women being succumbed to this, it breaks my heart. I do this because I care. I read about families being broken up, and I stop and I pause about all the things that I thought were bad in my life. And I never had to see anyone raped, dragged away in the dark of night. I never had to accept that kind of news. I never have known anyone personally that has to live in that manner. I've never known anyone like that. I'm so detached. You're also detached. We are collectively, most of us, if you're in an industrialized world with access to Google Video in the first place, to how people are feeling around the world. The death that is being created. Over 700,000 dead in a war on terror to make up for 3,000 dead on 9/11, which was already, that we've proven, an inside job. This is an insane asylum. This is a concentration camp for the fallen angels. So I speculate.